Well, what's the crack, everyone? We're back again with another episode of Octagon Connect. We're just off fresh after Octagon 52 in Newcastle. A lot of big wins, a lot of statements made. So, where do we go from here? Well, we're going to talk to Jake McHugh first. We've got Jake and Dennis on. They were both fighting on Octagon 52 in Newcastle. So we're going to find out what they were feeling after their wins, how they prepared, everything like that. But we're going to go with Jake first. So we've got Jake ready to go. We're going to find out about his rematch that was against Armin Herzog. Big battle that was after the Octagon Challenge TV show. So, redemption, revenge. I don't know what it was, but we'll find out from Jake anyway. So we'll get Jake in. Let's see the big man. Let's see, where is he? Yep.
All right.
What's happening?
What's happening? You good?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. We're live on Octagon Connect, boy. How's things anyway after the win?
Yeah, everything's good. I didn't really take any damage during the fight, so I'm good. Straight back to training, and that's that.
Straight back to training already.
Yeah. Took
Man's not messing about.
Yeah, I took a day or two off, but back in full-time training now, ready to go.
So, like, even with the fight, obviously we both came off the TV show. Like, there was a bit of controversy between you and Armand. The whole crack with the grave and all. So that's what I'll ask. Like, what was it? Was like redemption, revenge, or how did you like go into the fight? Like, what sort of mindset were you going into the fight?
I tried to go into the fight just thinking it was any other fight. Tried not to put too much pressure on myself because there's no point building it up in my head. It's just going to be the exact same as any other fight anyway. So tried not to build it up in my head that way. But then again, look, like at the same time, it was quite a lot of pressure, and it was like I just wanted to go out there and prove to myself that it was just an off day, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So like it's a big card, Octagon Newcastle. So do you think that when you were fighting Armand on the TV show, did you put too much pressure on yourself? If you know what I mean?
Do you know what? I think, like, looking back on it, I probably did put a bit too much pressure on myself, and like the whole situation was a bit mad, and I didn't perform very well under them circumstances. So it is what it is. I've been able to get the win back, and I'm happy.
So is the score settled or what? Here will there be a third fight, or Jake got you done with?
I'm probably done with it, to be honest. I don't. It doesn't really do anything for either of us to do a third fight. Yeah, that's it. I'm happy. Chapter's closed. Moving on now. Yeah.
What like how going into this one, like, did you find yourself not say rattled, but before the stuff that Armin was doing, the photo at the weigh-ins and stuff, did you find yourself rattled or more pressure in going into it, or did you just try and keep all that stuff boxed away?
No, that stuff doesn't really bother me, to be honest. Like I actually found all the stuff he did quite funny with the photo, and like him saying I had the personality of a stick and stuff. I found that quite funny. So I didn't add any pressure. All the pressure, all the pressure put on was put on me by myself, not him. But yeah, I don't know.
Usually the way it is.
Yeah.
We're own worst enemy, mate. Sometimes, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. That's the one.
Yeah. So even with that, like, you know what? Actually, I've got the finish here. How did you feel with him? Like in the grappling, because obviously he got you with the guillotine in the first match.
Yeah.
How did you feel in the second one in terms of the grappling?
So I still had full confidence in myself and in my grappling. I 100% believed I was the better grappler. So I went in there and I took him down. I was been a lot more patient in this fight than all of my other fights. I didn't go out. I didn't sprint at them.
I was going to say that, Jake. I was going to say, because I watched the last one against your Ukrainian fella, and you did straight away. You put the pressure on him. You put him against the fence. You were straight away pressure. And then when I watched it against Armand, I was like, Jake's going to try and take that center, but you didn't. You actually took your time a bit.
Yeah. So obviously we knew going in that he had really good kicks, so we focused a lot to keep him range and making him miss as much as possible. So he'd not second guess himself, but so like even said to me after the fight, I felt really, really far away. He couldn't figure out why he couldn't hit me. Couldn't figure out why he couldn't hit me, but like he was like he couldn't hit me, and he was, do you know what I mean? But the whole game plan was just to be patient, push him up against the cage with smart pressure rather than just sprint at him, because I knew I'd only need like one takedown as long as I don't get guillotined, and then
So, what was the game plan like? So you actually weren't trying to take the center from straight away from the get go. You were just actually trying to hang back and maybe be patient and wait for him.
Yeah, so it was just to keep range, making sure I'm not getting booted in the head, and booted as just booted basically.
Yeah, booted in that back, mate. Can't be getting that boot in that back, boy.
So that was it. It was just to maintain range and not rush in and dive head first into anything. And that's probably what it's going to be like for me from now on. Is just to go out there, be a bit more patient, be a bit more like calm and reserved, and then only, rather than like trying to overwhelm, just like pick my timings and pick my shots. And because with most people in Oktagon, I know I'm only, like, it sounds cocky, but I know I'm only really going to need the one takedown. So get the one takedown and then do my thing on the floor.
Yeah, well, I'm going to ask you, what do you think about the 145-pound division? But we'll have a wee look at the finish. I've got the finish here.
5 seconds to do so.
Survival
mode for the
How'd you feel here?
That's deep now, might go palm to palm. You can see he's trying to feed that, get the grip tight.
Yeah,
that is tight. Now you can see the grimace. Is it going to be revenge? Is it going to be retribution? That is it. Jake McHugh.
There we go. So here, how long was left on the clock?
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
30 seconds, yeah.
And did you just think, right, I have to go for this here?
Not really. Like, I would have more than happily gone into the second round. I just felt my arm slide under his neck, so I was like, okay, it's on.
Yeah.
So
what do you think about obviously the 145-pound division? Where do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself in the next fight in the 145-pound division? Jesus, tongue twister.
I'm not trying to rush anything. Do you know what I mean? I'll happily I'd rather take guys that have a similar record to mine and just build up the experience and build up my experience a little bit more, build up a better relationship with Oktagon, and just take my time with stuff. Do you know what I mean? I'd, like, one of the media guys said, when you're looking at getting into the top 10, but I don't need to do that until I've had a good few more fights. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just going to take the time, see what's popping.
When do you want to get back? Do you want to be active this year? When do you want to get back in?
Yeah, I want to be on
Birmingham?
the April 20th card in Birmingham. Yeah, definitely.
Definitely April 20th. I'm looking to get on that April 20th card as well. So maybe the whole Oktagon challenge is back on a card again. It'd be good to see.
Yeah, it will.
So is there any, like, have you been watching any of the 145ers? Have you got any eyes on any individuals or anything like that? Or is that your scene?
Calling
out.
I didn't. I was just gonna see what Oktagon had to offer, but then some Czech Instagram page tagged me and that kid that beat Armin last in a post, and I thought that would be quite a good fight because he's 2-0 and I'm 2-0. He's a bit more of a striker, I'm a bit more of a grappler, so it'd be a good little test for us both. I reckon it'd be a bit of a scrap as well. I think his name's Radek Rusal. Yeah, Radek Rusal. Yeah.
So is that have we got a call out here, Jake? I think we've got a call out here for Radek Rusal.
Someone tagged me and him, and I just thought it'd be an interesting fight. So if he wants to go for bangs, we'll go for bangs.
Has he said anything?
No, I don't think so. But the Instagram page posted it on the story, and I posted that on my story. But I don't know what he said. But I haven't spoken to any of my coaches yet, so.
Get your name out there, bro. Why not? Shout him out. Get that Instagram going. Call out Radek.
Maybe I will.
That's it. Here, I think that's the one to go for, because I'm pretty sure, mate, he's in the I think he's in the rankings in featherweight.
Is he?
I swear to God.
2-0. mad.
I think I seen his name in the, but maybe when it was top 15, but I think it was just 10.
Yeah.
But he might have been like 15th or 14th. But he could have moved up because that was before his last fight in Prague. But he had some sense, so he's fought an Irish lad, fought an English lad in the second one, then he could be fighting Jake the Scouser in the third one.
Yeah, exactly. Could be. That'd be sick. That to be fair.
I would get the name out there, bro, already, and get that going.
You know what I will. When my coaches are back, I'll speak to them and see what they say, and then maybe there'll be a bit of a call out going on.
Yeah, too right. That's at like 10, 11 weeks away.
Yeah.
Have you been? You're training again, aren't you? You haven't taken any time off.
No,
we're still in the week after.
Yeah. So I started back training properly yesterday, but I'll be doing the trials, the ADCC trials. So doing a bit of jits prep for that, but I'm still doing all my MMA training. So yeah, I'm basically back in camp.
Too right, mate. Too right. So look, Jake, it was great having you on, man, just to talk about the card. But here, we'll get this up here for 2 seconds. Who do you think these two lads are going to be fighting in April 20th?
Well, I hope Shem gets his match with Piccone. I think everyone would probably want to see that, to be honest.
100%.
Yeah, definitely. Shem will smoke him as well. So
smoke.
I don't know about George, to be honest. I haven't really looked that deep into the lightweight division. I don't know if there's any because I was speaking to him and he doesn't really. He's like me. He doesn't want to go straight into the rankings.
Trying to fight the top boys.
Yeah, no, he just need to take his time. We're still very, very young in our careers, so there's no need to rush anything. Everything will come at the right time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I seen an Instagram page, and I seen they were looking an opponent for him. I can't remember your man's name.
Yeah,
but I was actually thinking, yeah, that could be. But I think your man was just out of the rankings, or he was in the rankings. Yeah. But I don't know. But George is probably going to get someone in the not in top 10, but in around there. I think they're going to push him in. And do you know what? For some reason, I thought he was going to be on the tip sport. I don't know why. I thought he was going to get thrown in there, and I was like, mate, he could probably still do well. So
he probably would do well in it. To be fair, he probably.
I know. So I would love to see it. But look, hopefully we get us lads on it on April 20th, Oktagon 56. And yeah, Jake, here, anything else to say, bro? We know what you want to say. You're going to wait for a week to get Radek Rizal
out. Yeah.
So we'll wait on that. But yes, Jake, well done in the win. You got the rematch. You weren't letting that get out. You were making sure you were going to get that win. So fair play, and all the best in the future, bro.
Thank you. You too.
My guy. Thank you very much, Jake. I'll speak to you soon, man.
Speak to you soon.
Take care, bro. So there we have it. We had Jake McHugh on the podcast there, and he was talking about his win against Armand, and that was a big match because of all the pressure and all that crap, and all the controversy that went on in the show and all. Like, I felt the pressure, watching these two lads fight. You know what I mean? So, great to have him on the show and great to have him talk about it. It's a mad one because you can be your own worst enemy, and you can put all that pressure on yourself. But at the end of the day, it's just a fight. So, great to see that he got the win, and he's going to go on and look. We have a name. He wants Radek Rizal, so maybe we'll see Radek Rizal in April 20th versus Jake McHugh. But there we go. So that's it. We had Jake on the podcast. He got his win against Armand, and then we have the Menace 2.0, Dennis Frimpong, fresh off his win as well. And here we go. We're getting him on now. No mucking about here today, boys. Big Danny's coming on live. Let's see it. Oh, yes. Fresh.
Repping the Oktagon MMA top, of course. Team Ireland.
No, Team Ireland, baby.
You know how it is.
What's the crack, Bob?
Look, mate, eating good, you know what I mean?
Fresh. You're back. I see you're back training.
Yeah, back training. Not in camp and that, obviously. Just taking over. Similar to what Jake just said. I've got a little grappling match on. Yeah.
What is it? Is it wrestling? I see something. What was it?
End of March. It's sub only, just sub only. It's
Oh, sub only.
jiu-jitsu, yeah. But yeah, I'm competing against a tough brown belt. So being a blue belt myself, you know how it is. I'm not like these Team England guys. You know, I'm coming out here to try and test myself. You know, I'm not backing away from any challenges. I want to throw myself straight in the deep end. My plan is to be the best in the world, and if I can't beat people who aren't the best in the world, then why am I doing this? You know what I mean? Might as well fucking go back and get an office job again.
Oh, mate, imagine that there. I was looking at it this morning. Was it the builders or something walking out? Nothing against builders and all. But I was just like, imagine doing that up at like 6 a.m, you know, hating your life. I mean, we are blessed to have the life, you know what I mean?
100%. 100%. Blessed to be able to represent our country as well.
100%. And then obviously, has there been much cheesecakes destroyed this week or what?
There's been a couple of cheesecakes, all right. I've gone
you
for a
can
couple
see them cheeks, bro. You can see them cheeks.
Cheesy cheeks. Cheesecake cheeks. But yeah, no. Burgers and cheesecakes. Obviously, I'm going to enjoy myself this week. And then pretty much straight back on it. You know what I mean? Yeah, looking to get out soon.
What's the weight for the grappling match?
Under 80, I think, yeah.
So what, you just can't be over 80 then?
Yeah, it'd be all right.
And when is that?
End of March.
End of March. So you don't want to be competing then until April then? Maybe that Birmingham card?
I'd like to compete in April. I was hoping maybe I'd get a fight on the 2nd of March, you know, in Prague.
For the Tip Sport, baby.
Yeah, I was hoping for that, you know, but obviously they didn't want their boys to lose. You know, there's a few boys in there that are well ranked, have are more experienced than me. So you know, obviously they gave up Jan as a sacrificial lamb, but they didn't want their superstars getting embarrassed. Do you know what I mean? And so once again, us to prove that UK and Irish MMA is 2-3 generations ahead.
So I hear that's what I was going to go on to. Are you the most hated fighter in Oktagon at the minute, or is it between you and Shem? Well, Shem,
I think
I seen something put up the other day from Czech.
I think I'm more hated than Shem now, probably, but I think that might have a bit more to do with complexion than our personalities. Let's be honest. I'm just gonna say this straight. Yeah, I don't fucking hold back when it comes to these sort of things. But fuck all the Czech fans. Yeah, fuck Czech MMA fans. Fuck their opinions. Ooh. And they can keep firing all the monkey emojis at me they want, but this monkey's gonna keep stamping all over your veterans. So this year is the year. This year is the year of cash and checks. And when I mean cash and checks, I mean cash and checks after I smoke checks. So I'm calling all these.
Oh my days, bro. Cut this out. Cut the promo, right? But here, actually, do you know what? We're going to go straight to it, mate, because I thought that your promo after the fight was excellent, mate. I swear to God, man, I thought it was perfect. I was saying, watch it going, yes, Danny, you've cut a great promo, mate. So we'll watch it. And then we'll maybe talk about the fight with Saraki. What do you reckon?
Go on, let's do it.
Frimpong.
Let's get it on.
Not bad for a keyboard warrior, right?
Not too bad for a keyboard warrior, hey. You know what? The promotion was right. It was a mismatch. I showed that. He didn't have anything for me. I still look sexy.
We look at yourself, go on.
Just have a few people I want to speak to on the mic here while I have it, yeah? There was a couple people I wanted to call out, but they legged it down to featherweight, yeah? One of them, he knows his own name, blocked me on Instagram, yeah? Used to be a bit of a, I won't even say it, but everyone knows who he is. One of them is a copper, and everyone knows I hate the cops, but he can't run forever because one of my mates is coming down there to chase him. On top of that, there's a few other names that are in that Tip Sport Game Changer that I want to fight. I wanted to finish this cunt. He's a tough bastard, yeah? But Conrad Drisko was there fighting him. He couldn't finish him, and he's 14-2. I'm 1-2. So what's the fucking story? Put me in that Game Changer and let me change the game. I'm a mismatch, and I show how I deal with mismatches. Let's go.
Long words as usual from you, Dennis Frimpong. Line in the path for what you want next.
Right, we'll no! What was that about? We'll come back to the second bit. But anyway, right, let's just get to that there. So you got a load of names, but we'll quickly just get back to Siraki. So big win against an ex-ranked opponent. How did that feel, mate? I know you did say you think you could have got the finish, but he is tough. You know, he is very tough, and he's very experienced, so he knows how to get to the decision. So what was the crack with that there? How'd you feel?
I felt comfortable in there. As I said in the post fight, I don't think he had anything for me. There was no point in the fight I felt like I was in danger. I don't think anyone can argue with that. You know, it was interesting to see a big portion of the crowd clapping for him when he walked out and cheering for him when he walked out. But I think most of that had to do with a lot of Corey Fry's fans being there, and they're a bunch of haters. You know, I also think that a lot of
everyone.
Yeah, and I also think a lot of the Oktagon staff, they might have had a bit of money on Siraki to win, maybe, you know. I think a few of them wanted to see me get my mouth shut by a Czech veteran. He's loved by the Czech fans, you know. But as I said, I think the Czech fans, whether I was respectful or not, would hate me due a lot in part to my complexion. So I'm going to make them hate me even more. I'm going full force against the Czech fans now. All respect to Siraki, you know, as I've been saying the whole way through the camp, and I said after the fight, I showed after the fight when we bowed to each other. I respect them for taking the fight. You know, I respect them a lot more than the likes of a Radek Rushal or a Yaroslav Pokorny or a Konrad Dirska, you know, or Thomas Fiala. All these guys that just want to like hide behind, oh, you're 1-2. You know, it's a load of bollocks. You know, I'm not 1-2. First of all, I'm 1-2 on Tapology. Tapology is not a commission. I'm 2-2 everywhere else. And if you want to count the 2 fights on the show, I'm 4-2. You know what I mean? So, it is what it is.
Do you think Siraki underestimated you?
I don't think he underestimated me, but I don't think he understood just how vast the level gap was going to be. I don't think he understood just how, you know, people watch me on YouTube or whatever. You know, you could watch my fights. I even watch my own fights back sometimes, and from like a third person perspective, my style seems a bit awkward. It seems a bit like, oh, like it doesn't look like I'm as good as I am. But when you're stood in front of me and you see those long limbs flying towards it, it's a different story. Do you know what I mean? From a first person perspective. So I think at the end of the first round, we had a look at each other. And I said, "What's up?" You know, and he was. I think he was broken at that point. I think that was when he knew, like, okay, like I'm gonna lose this fight. Let me just not get finished. And as a veteran, you know, 30 fights, he knew how to do that. He grabbed a hold of me. Didn't really try to do anything. He was just holding on. You know, even in the third round, he knew he was losing. You know, he knew he was down on the scorecards, but he didn't really try to win. He just tried not to lose. And it's hard to finish a guy when they're just trying not to lose. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it's the experience in that as well, man. You know, just to play it out the decision. Like I was watching it, being like the finish was just there, but he was literally like so far away as well because he didn't want to be in that. He didn't even want to be in the range because like even the range, he still had to go even further because you're so long. So I was watching a man who just after the first round. I think when he couldn't get you down and he was just sort of pressing you with his shoulder sort of against the cage. I was like, yeah, this once he gets out of this, it's gonna be it's not gonna be nice for Siraki. Like, but I mean, it's a great win though. It's a great win.
100%. As you said, a guy who was only just a ranked opponent. Do you know what I mean? He was just ranked. He literally got removed from the rankings on the day that the fight was agreed. You know, so I think on some level, I even think Oktagon knew that I was going to beat him, but they didn't want a guy coming into the rankings at 1-2. So I think that's probably why they removed him. But all these ranked guys are pussies as well. Do you know what I mean? Like they're all trying to hide behind their records, you know, hiding behind weight divisions, running down to featherweight, all that, you know. So I've just beaten a guy like that. And as I mentioned, as I said, you know, Konrad Dirska is 16-2. He's the number 2 ranked guy in the lightweight division. He was meant to be on Tip Sport Game Changer. And if you see his face,
he's not on it anymore.
I think he hurt himself, so he had to pull out. I was hoping that they'd put me in instead. But he had a tough time with Siraki. You know, he got dropped twice. His face looked like he'd been through a blender. he had lip fillers and everything. So I think given off the performances we had against a guy like that, we both fought the same guy. I've shown my level. Do you know what I mean? I've shown my level. I've shown that like I was not just better than Siraki, but like levels and levels better than him. Like it was on easy mode. So yeah.
How'd you feel? Did you feel loose and stuff? Because you did look like you were going that flow state.
Felt loose, felt fresh. I never actually hit that like flow state that I did against Bo.
No.
But I almost feel like I need to get caught, in a fight. To become almost like, and then go into that flow state where with this fight, I was just aware of everything. I was like almost thinking a little bit too much, because I was like picking what in my head, what shots I'm going to throw, where I feel like in flow state, I don't have to think about what shots I'm going to throw. They just come off. But either way, like, as I said, I never actually hit that. Like, I was never pushed, and like, I can push in a fight as well. I was never pushed to like a point where I felt like, oh, this is a fight now. I was talking to him in the cage. I was comfortable in there. I was playing around. So yeah, like when I'm that far ahead in terms of skill level, like I never really feel like I need to get the finish. I'd rather just get the time in the cage and show what I'm about. Show off some of my skill set, show off my MMA.
So like even just you were talking about there, like you said, you might have been thinking a wee bit. How do you feel your mindset was coming into this fight? Like, after the Oktagon Challenge finale, coming into this fight, how did you like feel? What was your mind at? You know what I mean? Like, was it just the same, or was there a wee bit of a change? Because it was a massive fight between you and George. How did your mind go into this one?
Yeah, obviously, like the fact that on my official record I was 1-2. I was on a loss. I've never lost 2 fights in a row. As much as people want to try and make it out that I have, I've never lost 2 fights in a row. The fight before George that I lost was in February last year, my pro debut, and that was a split decision loss, which a lot of people argue that I actually won. I would argue that I won that fight. It was a bit of a robbery. So coming into that was the first time I'd ever been finished. But I also knew that it took George 4 rounds to finish me, and George is very good. I just knew that he was like, Siraki wasn't going to be able to present me with the same sort of questions that George could. And since the George fight, I've obviously improved as well. So yeah, I didn't really see him as a challenge. I had in the back of my head, I had that, like, he has that power, he has that big overhand, he has dropped people, he has finished people, and he's experienced. But I knew that like I had too much for him in terms of my
confident going in.
Yeah, I've never felt that excited. The day or two leading up to the fight, the day of the fight, I was just I wasn't like nervous or anything. I was just excited to get out there and show what I could do. That was the most excited I've ever been for a fight. So,
and do you think that helps you, the excitement, or do you think that's like can be a wee bit too much?
No, I think it's better to be excited for it than it is to be nervous. It definitely gave me a bit of like confidence, and even the sparrings in the couple of weeks leading up to the fight and how I've been performing in the gym. I knew that I was levels ahead. And I know that there's not really anyone in that lightweight division that's gonna push me. As I said, I plan to be the best in the world, and I don't believe that the best in the world are in the Czech Republic. Do you know what I mean?
So moving on from that there, lad, right? So who do you want on April 20th? If it was up to you, you're the matchmaker, you called the shots. Seems like you called the shot for the last one and you got that Siraki fight. So who are you gonna be fighting in April 20th, big man?
April 20th, I'd like Aaron Chalmers agreed to box me, right?
Did he agree to it?
He agreed. We shook hands. I put up a post the other day. We shook hands on it. He said, "Let's do it." Boxing 4-ounce gloves. So if Oktagon want to do a custom rules match,
savage.
Underground rules, if the money's right, I'm willing to do that. If not him, then Thomas Fiala can get some as well. The way I see it, I just want to fight Czech guys this year. I want to fuck up all these Czech guys and show them where the level of Irish MMA is at, and disappoint some more of these Czech fans as well. Because, if they want to hate me, they're going to love me eventually when I kill all their guys, But other than that, like, I want everyone and anyone in that lightweight division, to be honest.
So we'll say Falia and Aaron Chalmers. Is that the two names that you want for April 20th? Or
Birmingham. I'll fight them back to back. I'm not arsed. I'll box Aaron Chalmers on the prelims, and then I'll fuck up Thomas Fiala on the main card. I'm not arsed.
You love it, Dennis. Man wants to be active.
You know how it is.
Is there no wee holidays? Is that you just back to work?
Yeah, I'm going on a little trip now next week, but I'm the kind of guy, like even when I'm away, I'll bring me stuff with me. I'll find a gym somewhere, and I'll get a bit of work done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, take it, man. Well, here we've got the Birmingham. It's your boy. It's our boy Shamrock. He's coming on. That's him. He says he's fighting on April 20th in Birmingham. Just got to shout out now as well. You can pre-register for your tickets at octagonmma.com. And also, they're giving away 5 free tickets on Instagram. So you have to go and sign or follow Oktagon UK and Ireland Instagram page, and then go and tag your mate in the comments under the. Oh, here, let's just have a wee look here. I think I've got it, don't I? Ah, man. Right. You go on the Oktagon UK and Ireland Instagram page, tag your mate, and you've got a chance to win 5 tickets for Oktagon 56 in Birmingham. I think it's going to be announced on 6th of February. So, yes, there you go. Plug that. Now, who do you think Sham's going to be fighting in Birmingham?
Obviously, we all want him to fight Picorni, but I don't think Picorni is willing to come to the UK again after the last time. He was shook up last time, you know. So... yeah, we'll see. I think he wants Samuel Bark either. I think Samuel Bark could be a good fight as well. But
I think that's a cracker fight, lad, because he's just like, you know, it's.
I think it's a good fight, and I think he smoked Samuel Bark fairly quickly as well. But yeah, I'd like to be on that card as well. Me and Shem are yet to fight on the same card, so it'd be nice to have me and Shem on a card, you know.
I know, because you're supposed to fight in Manchester, but obviously the whole thing with Picorni, like, so that's mad. I thought you had a fought, but hopefully you get them on. I want to be on it as well, all 4 of us.
Mate, we get Matty on as well. We get Armand on. We get the whole lot of us.
Team Ireland coming to take over Birmingham, but
come on.
Yes.
Man.
What about Georgie?
Honestly, I think George could fight anyone in that lightweight division. The only people that give him trouble at lightweight are in the Tip Sport Game Changer. So there's no one really in that lightweight division that I can't see him just running through and finishing within 2 or 3 rounds, you know. As I said, I've been in the cage room. I know how good he is, and I know how good I am, and he made me look average, and I just made one of their top guys, one of their veterans, look below average. So that just shows where UK and Irish MMA is at. I think, you know, coming into the UK and Ireland and getting UK and Irish fighters into Oktagon is going to end up just being a takeover, you know, a hostile takeover by us fighters on this side of Europe. And we're gonna storm through. We're gonna blitzkrieg them, and we're gonna take over. You know, shout out Radek Rushal.
Oh, would you want to fight him? Sure, we said Jake earlier on the podcast. He wants a bit of Radek as well.
Listen, I want anyone from that I know basically to beat him. I think with me and him, there is a big narrative there. You know, he's fought one of my mates, Armand. You know, he's fought one of my teammates in Callum. Listen, he's fought as high as 78 kilo, I think. So he can definitely do lightweight. He's not a small featherweight, you know, and I'm not a massive lightweight. So,
what?
So I think a fight between me and him would be good. The build-up would be sick. You know, the walkouts would be sick. And let me just say, the trash talk between me and him would be sick also. I have a lot of ammunition on him. You know,
say nothing. Say nothing, bro.
whether it's from his past or the fact that his ex-girlfriend's been in my DMs.
He went there. He went there.
You know, either way, you know, I don't think he'll be too happy about that either. But let's just say she made a bit of an improvement in her selection choice.
Man is going in. Right, that is. Before this gets too loose and crazy, I'm just gonna say, man, you got anything else to say about your performance or anything else you want to say about Birmingham or anything like that? You want to get off your chest,
Yeah,
bro?
I have. As I said, fuck all the Czech MMA fans. Yeah, keep hating. Give me more hate. Hate's worth more than loving this racket. And I'm coming for all your boys. I'm coming for all your fighters. And as I said, cash and checks this year.
Ooh, you heard it, Octagon. Dennis Frimpong's coming for it all. The man is 2.0. My days, mate. I'm getting blush. I'm getting hot in here, bro. What's going on? Right, Dennis, you're an absolute legend, mate. Fair play to you, mate. Great win against Iraqi. And hopefully we'll have all us boys on Octagon 56 in Birmingham.
100%. 420, baby.
420. Whoa. Right, mate. Legend. So I'll speak to you soon, brother, okay?
Nice for having me on, lad, yeah?
Yes, man. See you later, big man. There we go. There we go. Another one in the books. There we had Dennis Frimpong, fresh off his win against Jan Rocky. Now, we all know Dennis by now, and he had a lot to say there. So I don't even know what to say because it seems like he wants all the smoke. So Frimpong, he wants the Czech fighters, he wants Falia, he wants Radek. Man wants everybody. But look, Dennis is his own man and he knows what he wants. So will we see him fight any of those lads in April 20th? I hope so. And Chen versus Braconi. Yeah, let's see if it all unfolds and comes out the way we want it. But let's just see what happens. But here, yes, thank you for coming on. But here, again, if you go on to OktagonMMA.com, you can pre-register for your tickets for Birmingham. Get your tickets, pre-register for your tickets now. And then also, if you go on to the Oktagon UK and Ireland Instagram page, you follow them, and then you go and tag your mate. You're going to be in for a draw for 5 free tickets for Oktagon 50 or 56 in Birmingham. So why not just follow some Instagram page and tag your wee mate in there, and you might get 5 tickets. Easy work. But anyway, right, there we go. We had Jake and we had Dennis, and it was good crack. Enjoyed that. They're good lads, fresh off their wins, straight back to training. Will we see them in April 20th? I'd like to see them. So yeah, there we go. Thanks for everybody tuning in again, and we'll see you next week for another episode of Oktagon Connect. Thank you very much. See you all later.